Hello, and welcome. My name is Jim Lee, and my talk title for today is this: Release Your Way to Abundance. Yeah, I know. It seems kind of weird, right? Releasing our way to abundance. It seems like it should be more like, hey, let's work our way hard to abundance, or set goals and objectives and work the plan, and that way you'll be able to achieve abundance. But this is different. This is release your way to abundance. All right, let's start off. What do I mean by abundance? It is fulfillment, it is joy, it's plenty, it's overflowing goodness of every kind. Also, it's prosperity, but harmonious prosperity that works for the benefit of all. That's prosperity. And I was told, to have this, you need to have a goal-oriented mindset. And with that, we place the power, the agency is within us because we're doing everything to make this happen. And some of you may have been influenced by this goal-oriented objective towards prosperity and abundance. You know what? And it's worked perfectly in the past. However, today, it requires us to evolve in a new way. The traditional metaphysical formula for having something is you being that vibration, then you start to do the things that's consistent with that vibration, then you will have it. So if you've got this abundance attitude, you being it, and then you start doing the things consistent with it, and then you have it. That formula still works, and that formula is potent. However, I want us to take a different view, a different way of looking at this being, which is a different kind of agency than before. And to get there, it's going to require what I would call an undoing or releasing of our current way of thinking, releasing our current attitudes and beliefs. Yes, what I'm talking about is thinking outside of the box. However, Bioakomolafe says thinking outside the box is exactly how boxes think. And so I want us to not to do it that way, because normally we think outside the box. We're just reformulating different ideas within the same paradigm or the same thought vibration of separation and individuality, this world of opposites. This is differently. What I'm talking about is a clean, completely new way of thinking that's required for this new paradigm to usher in a new way of abundance. To start off with, to give you an idea what I'm talking about, this new way of thinking, Jesus the Christ in Matthew, the 9th chapter, the 17th verse, he was talking about new wine and old wineskins, and the quote is this: "Nor do they put new wines into old wineskins, or else the wineskins break. The wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined. But they put new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved." In Jesus' day, the people used animal skins like goat skins for storing liquids, and fermented liquids like wine expanded, and so the old wine skins would be set into place, and if you put new wines in it, it would stretch beyond the limits, and the new wines would tear the seams. This is why new wine needed new wineskins. As the wine expanded and grew, the new wineskins, or the container, could expand to accommodate it. And Jesus was making a particular, specific point, that he was here to do something completely new. And if you tried to make sense of it with the old expectations from the old points of view, you would miss the amazing things that was happening. So this is what we're up to. So what I'm talking about is let's invite an undoing and a releasing of our old points of view about abundance and the old points of view about how we're thinking. What I'm talking about, and when we do that, what I'm talking about is making room for the new I and the new awareness. This new awareness, what you know, is centered in love and begins with this relationship that we're in a seamless connection with the heart of the universe. There's no separation. It's all one. So our affirmation to start this off is this. In the tenderness of release, I find myself more fully within the heart of God. I'd like to read to you now a quote from Cynthia Bourgeault from her book, Eye of the Heart, which I think speaks to this very different form of agency. She says this: the secret of our identity does not lie in how successfully we manipulate the forms of the sensible world. Rather, it lies in how we are able to set it aflame to reveal the inner qualities of their aliveness. The names of God or the energy of love exists within the physical forms of things. Our particular and uniquely human task is to spring the trap and set love free. This is our job. Now, this is a new way of being that has experiencing life and conditions in life from a point of view that everything is all God energy, ready to be released for our highest good. There is a love essence that is ready to manifest, but it takes us just to set it free. This is our job. Now, this is a new way of looking at abundance. Now, this is the willingness to navigate life within the mystery of life and live inside of its sufficiency, not using it as a means to an end, but to trust and live in love's abundance. The affirmation. In the tenderness of release, I find myself more fully within the heart of God. So as we live within this mystery, we let go of our thoughts of separation, lacks, and limitations so that something can be revealed and a new way of being can emerge that would bring about life and have it more abundantly. So a daily practice is I want us to live inside the question together. What names of God is called within life's conditions, your conditions, my conditions, that are ready to be set free? So I invite you today to allow the world to be present, fully present in your daily practice. And then sense the names of God longing to be set free with the conditions and the lives and things that are going on, both in your life but also nationally and internationally, because a lot's going on. A friend of mine by the name of Reverend David Ridge, a Unity minister, he had this saying as in our ministers support group. He said, increasing chaos, such as the world is experiencing now, indicates that individual power increases as the situation reaches an inflection point, referring to E.Lee work on chaos as a bifurcation point. So basically, this Nobel Prize winning work on chaos, David says, is a useful in our consciousness development. What he says, to apply this formula to our life, he says, what we must do is hold the vision of love in all conditions, in all situations. I know they're chaotic and they're all over the place, but just hold on to love. Speak the words and take the steps with love. And as we do, something happens and we start to open up a new way of seeing, a new way of being. This is new wine. And this consciousness is the new wineskin. So the chaos that we're experiencing here is, we're saying is not to oppress us, but is to free us and for us to let go what is no longer serving us. And when we do this, this love sets free the names of God, of wholeness, of goodness, of plenty and abundance that's hidden right inside the condition of the situation. So as we discover this, we'll see that we have wings we have never knew that we had before. New possibilities emerge beyond what we could have imagined before. And we find ourselves more deeply rooted in the love of God. So as we go through our days ahead, lean on the discernment of our higher self and your higher self. And in the face of all of our preferences and the things that we think it should be or ought to be like we want them, and be just willing to release them, especially if they're not serving us. And when we let it go, then we let love come in, and we're met by a loving universe whose abundance is ever available. We do this moment by moment, and this is a way of life. This is not a one and done concept. And in each moment, we're creating anew. And we behold the face of God as if for the first time. We are transformed, and so the world is set ablaze with love as we do this. Now, I love this few lines from the song lyrics that Ricky Byers sings, and I think it was composed with Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. They pulled it together, and it is this. The title of it is, I Release and I Let Go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. I'm only here for God. No more struggles. No more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. And our affirmation, in the tenderness of release, I find myself more fully within the heart of God. This is new wine, new wineskins. It's a new power for a new kind of abundant living. Let's have life, and let's have it more abundantly. Thank you.